race here in France at Villars-sous-Écot over on the east coast, on the east side of the country, bordering Switzerland. 20 minutes plus 2. Who's it going to be? It's going to be an interesting first turn. Run down to the first turn here. Good jump that from Harap, number 11. So far it's been clean through the first turn. Watch to the outside though. Still clean through there as well. So good start as the two Yamahas lead the way. Benistan leads at home. Coonan over on the far side, or is it De Wolf? It's De Wolf in there. He takes over the lead immediately. Geertz third, Chambers fourth, number 12 around the outside in black on the Kawasaki. Just stands himself up. He's got Van der Moosdijk alongside him. But it's Kai De Wolf who leads at the first time of asking. And Rossi there in 6th place. Just saw a flash of the VRT junior KTM rider. 5, 6, there he is, hugging the inside. Then we've got Adamo next, then Everts. Pollock in there as well on the 313. But Benistan goes high and wide. His teammate has a snatch at the inside, just folds the front end. But Kai De Wolf leading the way. Yet to win a qualifying race this year. Means, oh! Jago Geertz! Big, big crash. That is the problem. When you push too hard and find he is going to be winded at the very least. Big crash. Geertz out of 3rd place. Wow. Well, Adamo would have seen that. He is in 7th position, 48 points down. He knows there is going to be an opportunity here just to gain some points, and that's just from the qualifying race. That's not even taken into consideration potentially tomorrow. But the back end swapped around big time on the Yamaha of Jago Geertz. Hit the front end in a hole. Big moment for the championship, possibly. Van der Moosdijk, meanwhile, 3rd place, 39 on the Nissan Husqvarna. Chambers there on the Kawasaki, the Big Man World MTX Kawasaki. He finds himself just behind him. And Adamo breathing down his neck as well, number 80 on the Red Bull KTM. So up and over the line for the first time. De Wolf leads by about a second over Benistan. Van der Moosdijk, Chambers, that's him there in the middle in black. And Adamo in 5th. Everts coming into view now in 6th place. Benistan being urged on in that 2nd place. The only Monster Energy Yamaha rider up on track at the moment, because Geertz down hard, bottom end of the circuit. The other side of these boards, bottom of the big steep descent. No Rick Elzinga this weekend either. Collarbone break for the Dutchman. So not sure when he's going to return to action, but up front here. Yeah, and I think Geertz is still being looked at down at the bottom of the hill. Medics there, look over by the KTM banners. But that was a big hit, and you're going downhill as well. Then you're flying through the air, you're going down, you're gaining momentum, you hit the ground hard, and then when you've got bumps and ruts and all that kind of stuff that you're landing in, so much predictability. Watch this, this was a lap ago. The rider in 3rd place, charging downhill. You know, he picks himself up, at least he's up. So see him walking away there. Watch this here, Jago Geertz, red plate, back end goes out. Now, once, twice, folds the front, oh! Knocks the wind out of his sail, and then just gets eaten up by the back wheel as well. Hard hit for Geertz. Wow, that's going to hurt in the morning. Meanwhile, De Wolf, 74, Nissan Husqvarna, doing his best to keep, wow, a bit short there through the little double. Doing his best to keep Benistan behind him. Oh, I tell you what, he ate some serious Brad Pitt there, I tell you. Steve Ramon is rider coach, 2-time world champion, of course, once in the 125 class, 2003, 2007 MX1, before it was MXGP. De Wolf leading the way though, but it's Benistan. Wow, how tight are the lap times? 2:04.210, 2:04.201. Benistan, the fastest lap though. Nice line up on that bank. Dry dirt. And look at these though. You got 3rd place Van der Moosdijk, and then all of a sudden Adamo, Everts, Chambers, and Marc-Antoine Rossi all lining up behind each other. But Adamo is up into 4th, Everts 5th. Rossi now up into 6 if he can get by the Chambers, but Chambers just hanging on to that 6th place on that Kawasaki at the moment in black. Jumps across the turn. Real gnarly test for the riders here this weekend. Big deep ruts. It's nothing to do with the track preparation, just the weather that we had over the last few weeks as they've changed the track around. It's just been relentless rain. But the big news is Jargo Kiet's out of the qualifying race. He'll be needing to, well, he'll be hoping that he's going to be good enough to go and race tomorrow. But crucially, no track time now in this qualifying race for him. Just in case you want to make any changes to the bike, any tweaks here and there. The racetrack could be as gnarly as this on Sunday for the races. And these guys are finding out where to make those passes. So all of a sudden, with Adamo in 4th place, it'll be 7 points for him as Jan Panzer off the side of the track as well. So Panzer out of action. Good news is, in that respect, it's not 25 for a win. It's only 10 for a win, then 9, then 8, then 7, which is what Adamo is on. So gains 7 points. 41 points, the gap. Wow. Saw Garcia do that a couple of times in the 125 race earlier. So there's obviously something on the takeoff that pushes the rider across to the right-hand side. Not intentional, that, by any means. So De Wolf just needs to be mindful and try to ride within the boundaries. But it was interesting talking to Alexander Kowalski in the studio show earlier as Adamo closes in on Rowan van der Moosdijk here. This is for 3rd place. Saying, obviously, the qualifying race, yeah, obviously now there's points on it, so you're seeing the intensity, you're seeing the riders, because they're still racing for something, they're now racing for points. Whereas in the past, obviously last year and before, prior to that, you've got the situation where you would have been happy with a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th if the gate drop and the position of the gate was okay, you know, a decent first turn where anybody can make the start from anywhere. But when you got points on the line, all of a sudden, let's say if the first 4 riders were closely locked together, De Wolf, Benestone, Van der Moosdijk and Adamo in that 4th place, to the point where the number 80 on the Red Bull KTM could challenge for a first and 10 points. All of a sudden that gap goes from 48 to 38 points as we head into race 1 tomorrow. So major game changer, these qualifying races this year, as Adamo steps up onto the plateau, past pit lane, Rowan van der Moosdijk ahead of him in black and white on the Astana Husqvarna. He uses the berm to the outside. Adamo legs his way through the inside, but you see the difference in drive on the exit just to get over that double. Van der Moosdijk doing just enough to stay ahead there. Everts pushing hard here. His dad was victorious here in 1998, the 250 Grand Prix, edging out Tortelli and Bollé, Sebastian Tortelli and Fred Bollé. Mud race, that one. No surprise, it was a mud race here in 2017. And I think we've so far done well to prevent a mud race here, being a couple of weeks later than the rain a couple of weeks ago, if you like. But Lucas Koenen is up into 6th place. There he is, just saw a flash of him coming into view. So Koenen's found his way past Rossi and Chambers, moves up into 6th position. Lucas Koenen, the fastest in time practice. Don't forget, the young 16-year-old. He'll be behind these guys now. He'll be lurking in the background. 80 and 72, the 2 Red Bull KTM teammates going at it here. Everts looking the more lively, though. Lucas Koenen, we saw a flash of him a moment ago, the white rider behind these 2, as in the rider in white. On the Husqvarna, black and white clothing. Oh, he's closing in fast as well, isn't he? Everts and also Koenen. Koenen is closing right in on these guys. There he is. Oh, he was a little bit offline at the bottom of the hill, though. So we're going to have a four-way battle here for this third place. And it's going to be the two Nissan Husqvarnas, third and sixth. The two Red Bull KTMs, fourth and fifth. Adamo a little bit short there, and has it paved the way? I was going to say yes, it has, but then Everett switches to the outside. He might get that good drive around here. It sees you just get over the double. Not able to do it though. Right, Lucas Coonan, bottom of the screen now. Tricky corner to get right there. Off camber going in, then obviously it hooks out, goes down to the bare rock, then blue groove on the way out. You want to get over that little double as well, so you want to seat bounce, but you can't. There's third, 4, 5 and 6. Coonan just losing a little bit of ground, but he was quick over this part of the racetrack a lap ago. Jack Chambers, good ride for him in 7th position. So the number 12, 20th place in the championship at the moment, has scored in the qualifying race previously when he got a 10th in Portugal, so 1 qualifying point for him towards his championship tally. It's also his best finish in the qualifying race. Sasha Coonan down. Is that at the bottom of the hill as well? Quite possibly the same place where Jago Geerts fell. Yeah, it is. Look, bottom right corner of your screen. So Sasha Coonan, young twin brother to Lucas Coonan, bottom of your shot now in white. That's what the yellow flag's for, and the medic flags are for here at the bottom of the hill. But very steep descent, very gnarly, very choppy. We saw Jago Geerts fall there, taking their time as he sits himself up. Good to see Sasha Coonan sitting himself up there at the bottom of the hill. Obviously taking a bit of a wallop. Light up the back end there, Rowan. Cost him some time. Adamo goes through. Adamo now third. Took him a few laps to get there. We're on lap 5. Tries to respond immediately though, but Adamo keeping him to the outside. And he messes up, and Van der Moosdijk splits the two KTMs from one side of the track to the other. All under the watchful eye of Lucas Coonan there, number 96. De Wolf nearly 3 seconds clear of Benetton, but Adamo now third. Number 80 just out of view now. 39 here, Van der Moosdijk is fourth. Watch this here. Jumps across. Improvising. Throw Van der Moosdijk. Probably wasn't sure where Evans was coming from there at that point either. Probably hear him to his outside now though. Tries to close off the door on the just a late apex. Brutal track today. One of those tracks you just got to ride it smartly. The harder you push, the risk in making a mistake. Try telling that to Lucas Coonan though, as he closes in on Everts. But Everts goes around the outside, senses the danger, eases past Van der Moosdijk, moves up into 4th place. And Coonan will be closing in next as well. And there is Lucas Coonan over on the right-hand side, number 96. He has rejoined the party. Well, he's joined the party for the first time, hasn't he? Difference between him and his teammate. Red gloves, look. And a Red Bull lid. He comes up short there and messes up the next part of the rhythm. Cost him a little bit of time. The 96. Will he go in behind Everts? I think he will. Yes, he does through. But Adamo hanging on to third. Everts fourth, coming into land now. Then we've got Coonan and Van der Moosdijk. Sorry, Van der Moosdijk and Coonan. Hang off the back of that Husky. Husqvarna. Looks to go around the outside here, and legs off the side of the bike there for 39 Van der Moosdijk. Probably cut down right and then sweep across the inside through the first turn here. Coonan depending on how sticky those ruts are through that first turn. Big long lap this, 2:03. Given the circuit condition. Time practice, 1:54.3 was the fastest time. Lucas Coonan. Oh, Coonan just untidy on the exit of the turn. The fastest lap of the race, 2:03.007. So significantly slower than it was when they were out on track this afternoon at 2:15. Look at that. Hasn't deterred him though, smashes through a berm, the exit of the turn. See the ground, the rut just collapse as he absolutely smashed through it. And again, just making mistakes now, just needs to keep his ambitions in check. Yeah, he wants to fight, he's ambitious, but at the same time, his twin brother was down here a lap or two ago. We saw Jago Kietz go down there, but he breezes past the 39 of Van der Moosdijk and takes over 5th place. Meanwhile, Kai de Wolf. So what have we got? All three Nastan Husqvarnas in the top 6 positions. De Wolf leading the way with Coonan 5th, Van der Moosdijk 6th. If you're just joining us live on MXGP TV and wonder where the championship leader Jago Kietz is, well, he went down from 3rd place on the opening lap, far hill, the big steep descent. Back end came around on him once, twice, folded the front over, absolutely belly flopped himself. Here we have it again, look, as we look at his teammate in 2nd. Watch rider in shot. Left, right, folds the front. And then here, just gets eaten up, look, by the back wheel. No wonder he was down for a couple of laps, but the championship leader's hard hit. Taking him out, costing him some World Championship points. First race that he's not scored in so far this year. Thibaut Beniston here, his teammate at Monster Energy Yamaha, 2:02.7, fastest lap of the race. That time around on lap 7, we're on lap 8. And he's closing in on Kai de Wolf. The gap now 1.9 seconds. He's just gone fastest in second 1 as well. 28.1 for de Wolf, 27.5 for Thibaut Beniston. Is he just working himself up into a little bit of a home French frenzy here? Can detect a win. Oi, 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 oi! Almost coming unstuck on the opposite side of the track to where his teammate went down. Just rush those ruts and all of a sudden you are in danger of all kinds of nonsense. Watch this, he jumps out of the rut. What? Fighting. Beniston stays up on 2 wheels. Heart in the mouth moment for the Frenchie. And as quick as that, blinked, puts it out of his sight, wipes it from his memory and goes back after Kai de Wolf. Hello, bonjour. Everts not letting his teammate off the hook. Adamo 3rd, Everts 4th. This is where these kind of conditions probably suit Liam Everts. A little bit more technical ability. Very much on the pegs. Enjoys these kind of conditions. He just can't find his way past Adamo. Has been 4th on a couple of occasions in this Ram qualifying race. Liam Everts finds his way past his teammate. Give him his best Ram finish of the year, but as you can see, lurking in the background, the other Belgian, number 96, Lucas Coonan, Nastan Husqvarna, as Adamo just comes unstuck through those ruts. Can't see how the exit of that turn, you go in and you're going through 180, but it's dropping downhill onto the next plateau. See how deep those ruts are there as well, look, foot peg deep. Oh, and a mistake there from Coonan. He tips over. Doing all the hard work. Tries to get fired up. Rossi goes through. Watch this here. just gets connected into the rut, and then just too much speed, too much commitment, legs his way over, and that's it, tips over. Coonan out of 5th. Everts has found his way past his teammate. Well, Everts now up into 3rd. So the 2-lap board getting ready this time around. Everts making his move with 3 to go, 2.5 to go. Here's how he did it. Oh, he came from a long way back as well, but look at that, Adamo offline. Seen a few riders do that, but then of course you get back on track, you've got to go over the closest rut into the middle. That left the door open, and that's what allowed Everts to go through into that 3rd place. Can he stay there? 2 3rd place finishes in Trentino. Race 1 and race 2 got him on the podium. Oh, and he just, but both riders absolutely bottom out in that rut. He almost went down, so too did his teammate Adamo, who looks to go around the outside there. Just putting himself under pressure. Had a nice little gap, but he's going to have to breathe here. Adamo goes through, jumps right across. Oh, there's no love lost there, is there? Absolutely taking no prisoners here, saying, right, I made my mistake. I'm going to come back past you, and I'm going to be forceful. So down to Everts now to respond. Coonan down in 10th place. Chambers has gone down to 11th. So Moustag 5th, Marc-Antoine Rossi 6th, Harrop 7, Borgmo 8, Zanchi 9, Lucas Coonan 10. Jack Chambers in 11th place now, ahead of Isaac Gifting, Devin Raceres, Oriol Oliver, Taylor Hamill, Federico Tuani. Watch this here. And get on the gas, and both of them. And then just offline there. And then he says, you know what, I'm going to cut across the inside and jump across the face of the ruts at the top of the hill. I will take that 3rd place back. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. And he's still there in 3rd place, but Everts is not going to let this one go, is he? And nor is Thibaut Beneston, who is all over the back of the Teen Wolf. French fans on their feet, urging him, the 198, just to get closer and make a pass as we head into the final lap. Just over 2 minutes to go. MX2 Ram qualifying race here. Villars-Sous-Écot. Kai de Wolf is led from the very first lap. Has yet to win a qualifying race this year. Has won a race though. Everts back into 3rd meanwhile. And Beneston really winding this one up then. Decides not to go to the outside. Follows Kai de Wolf in. Keeps it nice and short to the inside. Will there be a move around the outside here? The end of the straight, yes there will, but what happens next at the bottom of the hill, anybody's guess. We saw Coonan make a mistake as he tried to rush at the bottom of the hill, tipped himself over. Beneston though going for momentum. Marc-Antoine Rossi up to 5th, meanwhile. And the Moustag down to 6th. Good ride this for Rossi, the EMX 250 wildcard rider this weekend. Downhill for the final time. Brave to take a risk down here on the final lap. Kai de Wolf still hanging on up on the pegs as late as possible. Bounces out of the rut before he heads uphill into turn 9, top of the hill. Beneston, is he just running out of time? Gets over there nicely, double, and then onto the plateau, but Kai de Wolf, this is his race to lose now. If he goes to the outside, Benny needs to go to the inside. That's exactly what he does, but he's not going to get the distance over the double. Kai de Wolf will get the drive here, and he does, and that's the difference between those two. What happens in the final couple of corners, though? Beneston running in, hot round the outside. Needs a mistake from de Wolf. It's not happening there. And it's not going to happen in the final turn here unless he hits that same bottom-out hole that caught out Everts and Adamo, and he does not do that. One look over the shoulder, he hits the line, takes his first Ram qualifying race win of the year. 10 points for Kai de Wolf. Beniston over the line second, about a second behind him. And we wait for Everts and Adamo and Marc-Antoine Rossi. What a ride for the young Frenchie on the VRT KTM. So Kai de Wolf with the win from Thibaut Beniston. Watch this here. Everts and Adamo. Adamo came up short on the run up towards pit lane. So two or three mistakes between the Red Bull KTMers vying over that third place. In the end, it went to Everts, Adamo 4, Rossi 5, Van der Moosdijk 6, Harup, Kuhn, Zanki and Horgmo. But anyway, Lisa is with Team Wolf.